Psychologists say 93% of communication is nonverbal. That means your aura speaks louder than any pep talk ever could. Leadership isn't about the words you choose. It's about the energy people feel the moment you step into the room. Today, we're unpacking the 10 unmistakable signs of true leadership aura, the traits no amount of coaching can fake. If you've ever noticed people turning to you when everything's on the brink, if you've felt that unspoken pull when you enter a space, then stick around. You might already be rocking some of these signs. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now, so you never miss any future videos. Let's dive in. Number 1. You stay calm when chaos hits. The room's basically on fire. Okay, not literally, but it sure feels like it. People are panicking. Voices rise. Deadlines crumble. It's chaos, full-blown. But you don't flinch. You breathe. You pause. You scan the battlefield like a general in control. While everyone else is spiraling, you're standing tall, focused, calm, unshakable. That energy? It's rare. It's powerful. And it spreads like wildfire, in the best way. Suddenly, others start slowing down, syncing with your rhythm, trusting your presence. You don't just react, you respond, with clarity and confidence. That kind of calm isn't something you fake with yoga breath and a fake smile. It's built for mindset, for mastery. And when things fall apart, people don't look for the loudest voice. They look for the stillest soul. That's you. That's leadership in its rawest form. But hey, staying calm is just the beginning. Because of how you carry yourself next, that's where the real magic kicks in. Number 2. You command attention without demanding it. Let's be brutally honest, some people enter a room like they're auditioning for applause. Loud voices, name-dropping, trying way too hard to be seen. But a true leader? They don't need a spotlight. They are the spotlight. They walk in, and something shifts. Heads turn, energy pivots, the air feels different. And no, it's not ego, it's presence. It's that unshakable self-awareness that says, I don't need to prove a thing. They don't chase validation. They radiate certainty. No flash, no fuss. Just pure alignment between who they are and how they show up. That kind of presence, it's magnetic. You feel it before they speak. You trust them before they explain. That's not a skill, it's a signal. And while others are busy performing, real leaders are just being. Effortlessly, authentically, powerfully. But let's be clear, authenticity alone doesn't cut it. Without this next trait, even the strongest presence can fall flat. Number 3. You're authentic that cuts through the noise. You're realer than reality TV, and let's be honest, that stuff's more scripted than Shakespeare. You don't wear a mask. You don't spit out buzzwords or hide behind polished professional lingo. What do you say? It comes straight from the gut, filtered only through truth. You're raw. You're human. And that's exactly why people feel you. You don't try to impress. You connect. You don't push your voice. You let it land. People lean in because your words carry weight, not fluff. They trust you, not because you sell it well, but because they sense you mean every word. And in a world drowning in fakes, filters, and fluff, your honesty hits like a breath of mountain air. You trust yourself, and that trust becomes contagious. You make realness look fearless. And that's leadership with no costume. But hang on, there's something even deeper than your voice that speaks volumes. It's your eyes. Let's go there. Number 4. Unshakable eye contact. Eyes never lie, ever. And when a real leader locks eyes with you, it's not some weird power move. It's deeper. It's personal. That gaze says, I see you. I hear you. You matter. No dodging. No blinking through insecurity. Just raw, unwavering presence. It doesn't intimidate, it invites. It grounds people. Why? Because it reflects something rare, inner alignment. Their outside matches their inside. There's no ego hiding behind that stare, just confidence. Quiet, firm, unshakable confidence. The kind you can feel in your bones. It's not about flexing, it's about connecting. And let's be real, in a world full of scrolling thumbs and distracted glances, someone who actually looks at you, that's powerful, that's unforgettable. It makes people feel seen, and feeling seen is the first step to feeling safe. That's leadership in its most human form. And trust me, the eyes? They say it before any words ever do. But what happens after that gaze? Number 5. You decide with bold clarity. No one follows a leader who hesitates like they're choosing toppings in an ice cream shop. Let's be honest, waffling kills trust. Great leaders decide. They assess the mess, skim the risks, weigh the facts, and still say, let's go. You don't wait for perfect, You act with purpose. You trust your gut, your team, your data, then you pull the trigger. That bold clarity, it cuts through the noise like a blade. People rally behind it. Why? Because clarity breeds confidence. Even if it's not the perfect choice, it's a choice, and that direction gives people something to move toward. You lead from the front, not the fence. And that kind of decisiveness, it's rare. It's electric. It makes people lean in and say, "Yep, I'm with you." But here's the twist. Not every decision needs words. Sometimes, the most powerful clarity doesn't shout at all. It stands tall in total, unwavering silence. Ready for that shift? Number 6. You speak less, mean more. Have you ever watched someone stay silent the whole meeting, then drop one sentence that completely flips the room? That's not luck, that's leadership in stealth mode. You don't speak just to fill the air. You let others talk, you read the room, you wait for that exact moment, and then boom, you land a truth bomb that shifts everything. That's not just smart, that's surgical. You value precision over performance. And guess what? People listen more when you speak less. Your words carry weight because they aren't cheap. They come from awareness, not anxiety. You don't chase the mic, you own the moment. And that kind of presence, it screams mastery. You're not just adding noise, you're crafting impact. It's not silence from fear, it's silence from power. But let's be real, timing alone isn't enough. What makes those few words hit even harder? Number 7. You feel everything, but express intentionally. You're not a robot, you feel everything. The stress, the pressure, the frustration, it all hits. But unlike most, you don't explode or implode. You channel it. You turn chaos into clarity. Anger becomes action. Fear sharpens focus. You don't numb out, you navigate. That's what sets you apart. You don't dump your emotions onto the room. You direct them like a conductor leading an orchestra. People feel safe around you because you're not emotionally volatile. You're emotionally anchored. And in a world full of emotional outbursts and mood swings, that kind of grounded energy is pure gold. You create space where people can breathe, open up, and be real because you're real and regulated. That's not just emotional intelligence, that's emotional command. And trust me, people crave it. Because when everything's spinning, they don't follow the loudest, they follow the calmest. But hey, feeling deeply is only half the game. Number 8. Your life is the message. You don't lead with Pinterest quotes or fancy speeches. You lead with how you live. Every move, every moment, every decision shouts louder than any slogan. People don't just hear your values. They see them in your habits, in your hustle, in your humility. You show up early. You stay late. You do the hard stuff without posting about it. And that quiet grind? It speaks volumes. You don't need to brag. Your consistency proves everything. Day in, day out, you model the standard. You make integrity look effortless. And the wild part? People notice everything. The way you treat others, the way you handle stress, the way you own your mistakes. That's leadership in action, not theory. You inspire not by trying, but by being. You don't preach, you prove. And that kind of silent influence, it's unstoppable. But the real magic, it's not just in the doing, it's in how you carry it, with humility and an iron spine. Number 9. You're humble, but unshakably certain. You don't walk around acting like a know-it-all, but when you do speak, there's no hesitation, no fluff, no overcompensating, just rock-solid certainty in what you do know. That balance? It's pure magnetism. You're humble enough to listen, yet grounded enough to lead. People feel that. They lean in, not because you're the loudest in the room, but because you're the most real. You're not here to impress, you're here to impact. You don't shrink to make others feel big, and you don't puff up to prove your worth. You're centered, calm, confident. You ask questions without shame. You share knowledge without ego. And that kind of presence, it builds trust instantly. You make people feel safe to grow simply by being authentic. You're the walking definition of secure without being superior. And in a world addicted to overcompensation, that grounded strength is gold. But hold tight, because next comes the crown jewel of leadership aura. Number 10. You make people feel bigger around you. This right here is the ultimate test, the final boss of leadership aura. Do people walk away from you feeling like more, not less? Do they stand taller, speak clearly, and dream bigger just because they crossed your path? If the answer's yes, then you're not just leading, you're lifting. You don't collect followers, you create leaders. You don't shine to outshine others, you shine so they see what's possible for them. That kind of presence? It's rare, it's priceless, You speak belief into people before they believe in themselves. And let's be honest, anyone can impress a room, but only the real ones elevate it. You don't crave applause. You cultivate confidence. That's the difference between influence and legacy. You make people feel seen, heard, capable, and dangerously alive. That's not charisma. That's construction. You're not just in the room, you rebuild the room. And that, my friend, is the leadership aura no one can fake and everyone feels. So if you've ever doubted yourself, if you've ever felt like you're not ready to lead, hear this: leadership isn't a title. It's a choice, a rhythm, a vibration. And the aura? You don't fake it. You build it daily. So go show up, not for attention, but for impact. Because the world needs fewer bosses and way more leaders with real energy, and that could be you. By the way, if you have found any of these signs in yourself, let me know in the comments. Until the next video, thanks for watching.